Yo, what up, guys? So I just need malignant hearts. Yeah, malignant hearts. So that means grim favors all day. Now I don't know if I should do the apparition incursions or just the regular like grim favors. Yeah, I actually just don't know. Because it does take like a few minutes to do the apparition incursion, but it is 5 grim favors.
Fools. This stops.
So yeah, I don't know. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, like I don't even know if I get extra materials. Malignant hearts. I know you get other plus summoning materials. I've definitely seen the exquisite bloods and the living steel for sure.
Your insolence is at an end.
Your insolence is at an end. Oh yeah, 12 exquisite bloods. Like I need that. Yo, Michael! What's going on, good sir? Mike says, what's up, Yo, not much. I'm just trying to get malignant hearts. So I can do the Varshans. Cause yeah, I've done the 100 Beasts and Eyes. So I have all the footage for that for my video. And
it is done.
yeah, I still need to do Varshan. Ooh, 6 malignant hearts, baby. Damn. Yo, Suffered! Welcome to the stream. How you doing, good sir? Suffered says, hi. Hello. Yeah, I'm just doing Grim favors to do the Whisper turn-in so I can get Malignant Hearts. Because, you know, I need to do Varshans. No. For says, welcome to the stream. Best greeting I've ever heard from a streamer. Really? Well, you know, I don't get that many views, so I have more time to respond to these individual messages. But no, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Ah, go test Deader! Baby! Alright. So this top one, I always get the abhorrent guy. I forgot what it's called. Or the Seebing Abomination, but it never appears down here. So, oh well. Like it says, can't believe Campfire for PTR is already tomorrow. Yeah, they said that the season 8 duration, like the whole season 8, is going to be cut short. So it'll be back on its regularly intended schedule starting in season 9. So yeah, that probably means like maybe at the beginning of July the is probably going to be when season 9 starts. Are they going to do that to line up with the expansion timing? Who really knows? But yeah, I can't wait to hear what they have in store for the Nightmare Dungeons. Yeah, I was actually pretty close to not stream today and just focus on like these videos, because bro, I have a lot of videos to put out. Like I thought I was gonna be able to take some time, but I'm already running out of time with the PTR already, and I only got like what, 3 videos out this season, bro. Because the videos I put out are normally Grigor Varshan, Beast and Ice and Lord Zir, 100 of those, and then 100 Andariels and 100 Doriels, and that's it, right? So that's 6 videos, and I still plan on doing those. But now I have Uravar, 100 of those, and then 100 Mephisto dogs, and then 100 Belial Supremes. Like, bruh. Okay, I think I can do these 3 really fast in 3 minutes. Hold on. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna get this done in 3 minutes. It says, bro, my #1 streamer, no begging, just talking and playing, looking at chat. Ah, yeah. Yo, Chief 187, welcome to the stream. Chief says, get Shaco now. Get Shaco now. You know, I'm trying to work on it. But my build doesn't need a Sheko, so it's okay if I don't get one. But it would be cool to get one. Yeah. Ah, here we go. Zagion! What's going on, my dude? Dude, my friend is playing Pet Quick Barb, but he can't even break Pit 60. Is there a trick or breakpoint in this build? That seems really bad. I mean, I guess that's why you're asking. But I will say, like, yeah, there are some things that you can do for this build. The main thing is to try to make sure that your Call of the Ancients cooldown is like up there. Try to get it to max. Because if you don't have because my cooldown on my Call of the Ancients is 9.5 seconds. And if it's like longer, then like you can't use your main ability, right? And yeah, that really hinders the build. So yeah, for the Arieth's Bearing, try to get your Call of the Ancients cooldown up there. Yeah. Someone says, "Fud, do you play Roblox by any chance?" Unfortunately, I do not. I do not. I've actually never played Minecraft either. No Roblox, no Minecraft. Sorry to disappoint. Oh wait, hold on. There should be one that's like 15 minutes. Oh, here it is. This one. Yeah. Seriously, thanks. Wanna play together right now? Oh no, I'm doing some science right now, so gotta collect my stats. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. Plus, I'm like doing like the most boring content in the game, which is whispers and grim favors. So, yeah. Boom. It says absolute cinema. Bro is the what is it? Goat, turquoise, white horns. Well, I've never seen that one before.
It is done.
Why do you want grim favors actually? So yeah, so I just turned it in, right? And then I got these malignant hearts. That's what I'm going for. Cause I want to, or I've planned to make a video where I do 100 whisper, or sorry, 100 Varshans, and then I'm gonna showcase the loot from that. And I need the malignant hearts to do that. Yeah. It says, all right, fine, I'm gonna leave the stream for a bit. See ya. All right, thanks for stopping by, good sir. Peace out. Yeah. So, yeah, I know I can like trade for the materials, but there's some stats that I like to put in my videos, so that's why I just farm them. The chest. Zach says, I got 48 Varshans. I can give them to you when we can do the Undercity. Oh, no. Yeah, I appreciate the offer, but like to farm them myself so I can put it in the stats, right? And it'll be like, oh, it took me X amount of time focusing on Grim Favors to get these Malignant Hearts. So, yeah, I need to make sure that I'm mimicking the average player experience, okay? Not everyone can be like, give me the materials. Alright, can I do that in 6 minutes? What? Okay. Next says, that's right, appreciate that. Yeah. So like, yeah, if I wasn't making videos, I would probably be further along than I am right now. But video editing and like compiling all the data and doing all of that, it takes time. So it does prolong the gameplay experience for me. I thought I was gonna have like a regular amount of time in the season to do all of this, but like they're cutting the season short, so I need a super focus. You know what I mean? Yeah, unfortunately, like editing takes up a lot of time. I've gotten a lot better and a lot faster than before, but you know, sometimes it's just not enough. Yeah, because I don't do content creation full time. I don't do that. Nope, no siree. I have a regular full-time job, and then I do this on the side. So. I got 5 minutes to do this. Yeah, and I think the world boss mainly drops exquisite bloods. I don't think they drop anything else. Oh. Yep, can't do that. Alright, one more skeletal construct. It says there's nothing worth except bosses this season. Yeah, the bosses were definitely the main focus of this season, which is very interesting. Yeah, and then I mean it's a good thing that the worth it part of the season is also a permanent addition to the game. It'd be really crappy if the permanent part of the game is the part that is trash. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the seasonal part is good, but that's gonna go away. And wait, okay. Alright, I got 2 minutes. Yeah. So there's a silver lining there, you know what I mean? Because yeah, in season 9, when they do Nightmare Dungeons and the The mythic bosses. Or sorry, not the mythic bosses. The new boss ladder. Gonna be like extra. Alright, we got Wandering Death in 2 minutes. Yo, JF! Welcome to the stream. Hey, hope it's a good stream. I just hopped on D4. I'm doing Whispers too, trying to get the mythic unique tribute to drop. Oh, yeah. You're talking about the tribute of ascendance. Yeah. Yeah, no, I did a video where it was like 500 whisper turn-ins for mythic uniques, and that resulted, and this is with all the bonuses too. So like I got like the holiday bonuses. That resulted in 25 tributes of ascendance. Yeah, Ascendance. Couldn't remember the name. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of names for these. It says, why is getting triple greater affix items so hard this season? I don't understand. I mean, I can tell you one of the things that they got rid of was the rotation. So you can't go LFG Duriel Rhoda anymore, because that was such a huge advantage doing rotations on bosses. Like, yeah, so you get a lot of items. If you're talking about legendaries, then I don't know. I think the rate of legendaries that I get here are somewhat typical. Like says, want to add in game? I want to give you my Varshans to you. It's your choice not to use. Maybe we can do piss later. I like to make people's progress easier. Yeah, if you want to join the clan, I'm in a clan. It's called Lo-Fi, LOFI. If you want to apply, then I'll invite you. But yeah, I'm not gonna take the materials. I'm definitely not. I track stuff like that each season for myself. I've gotten 6 of those Ascendance tributes this season, and 2 of them dropped the mythic. Damn! Bro. That's a really good rate. Bro. That says, for triple GA items, I recommend push pits and trade with obols. Yeah, Zag has a really good idea there, right? Because if you do pits, you get legendary items, and then with obols, you get even more legendary items. It's a good trade. Damini, welcome to the stream. Hello, do you remember me? I finally got my character to do 87 billion, the most. Damn. Damn. I don't think I've seen 87 billion. But yo, that's a lot. So are you pushing the pit pretty hard now? Are all your glyphs level 100? Zach says I sent. Okay, yeah. Let me just do this really quick, and then I can invite you. Wait, hold on. And he says, yeah, 85, it's easy now. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Bro, what is happening? Oh yeah, so what did you do to improve your character? What was the missing piece? Oh yeah, see? This guy only drops exquisite bloods. Ooh. Oh, too bad. That was only one stat. It's because of you. You told me what to do. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I'm looking for, like, more in-depth information. So, like, what was the missing piece? Or was, like, everything I said golden wisdom? Okay, here we go. Accept. Oh, the glyphs. Oh, okay, yeah. No, the glyphs are very important piece. 100%.
It is done.
All right, I don't need boots, but okay. Okay, let's just check this out. Nope. Nopers. Okay, we'll do this. In Malwood, I think that's an easy dungeon, right? I'll just do this one really quick. Cause bruh. Okay, just the bandit sentries. Oh, this one I think is a longer one actually. That's okay. If I'm a little inefficient, that is just the average player experience. Yeah, I mean. Oh, I need one more. Well, I'm glad that the tips worked out for you. It's good to see that success. Yes. Bro. Boom, baby. Okay. Wait, oh, I need to kill. Okay, I destroyed the skeletal bandits, and now I need to do the skeletal constructs. Alright, two more. Two constructs to play. Boom, baby. Oh, very nice. Boom. Oh. Okay, it's all up here. Nice. Ah, yeah, boy. Okay, where? Oh, wow. That's super dense. Alright, here we go. So yeah, the advice, so for anyone that's wondering, the advice that I gave Domini is to focus on the multipliers. So if you want to do a lot of damage, make sure you focus on the multipliers, okay? So right here, right, it says current bonus 2,000, or sorry, 200%, and there's an X next to it. That means it multiplies the damage. And that's what makes it strong. Super strong. Very strong. That says every 1% makes a difference. Yes, sir. Yeah, that multiplicative damage. So good. Alright, that's it for that one. Okay, 10 minutes. So I should see when this. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yo, peepers! Thanks for the follow. Very much appreciated. Zach says, for example, I'm failing pit 105 because of 15 seconds. If I had one more damage, then maybe I can do that. Oh, damn. That's close. But no cigar. Yeah, 1% damage could push you over that edge. Peeper says, you on Twitch now? I usually only see you on YouTube. Lol. Oh yeah, I'm on Twitch now as well. I streamed only on YouTube for the longest time because mainly because I didn't want to deal with like the multiple chats, right? And then recently, like last year, I saw someone like dual stream on YouTube where they had the YouTube horizontal stream and then they had another YouTube vertical stream, and I was like, what? And then I started researching it, and I'm like, okay, if it's already on YouTube, that I'm good with that. And then I was like, how do they stream vertical and horizontal at the same time? So I was doing that research, and then I saw like all the little plugins that they were using and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, okay. And well, I was researching that. They just said, yeah, if you stream vertical and horizontal at the same time, it's like having two different streams at the same time, rather than like one combined stream. So one of the problems that you have to address is combining the chat from the two different YouTubes. And so I learned about that, and I'm like, okay, Merle's bag of obols. Oh, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold on to that. Oh, that's an oboe goblin. Yeah. Yo, Son of Gypsies! Welcome to the stream. Let's go, baby! Ah, yes. Wait, no. Okay, I thought I saw like a lot of purple, and I thought that was a mythic unique goblin, but no, it was not. It was not the mythic unique goblin. There's like 1,500 obols in the bag that he drops. Oh yeah, that's why I'm not opening it, because I don't have enough. I don't have enough space for it. So yeah. So I was like, I was trying to figure out, or like I was learning about how to combine the two YouTube chats, and it took me a few days to do it. And I was like, okay, now I'm dual streaming, sweet. And then I was like, okay, I kind of managed to combine the two YouTube chats, so combining an additional Twitch chat shouldn't be that hard. And yeah, so I did that. But the first stream that I did, where I streamed to YouTube horizontal, YouTube vertical, and Twitch, like my computer couldn't keep up with the encoding. It was way too much. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna wait until I get my new video card, because the video card that I was trying to do it on was a 3080, but it didn't work. It only has one encoder chip, so I was like, okay, I'll wait for the 5000 series chips. I managed to get the new video card, and now it works like a dream. Except, like, yeah, Blackwell architecture, a lot of stuff needs to be updated. Because, man, like, even trying to load DaVinci Resolve, my video editing software, like, every time I load it up, it asks me, hey, do you want to optimize your GPU for AI or with AI advantages or whatever? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, sure. I run it, and then I do my editing, and then I close it, and then when I open it up again, it asks me again, do you want to optimize your GPU for AI whatever advantages? And I'm like, okay, you already asked. And so I looked it up online, and they have a new version of the video editing software, except it's in the beta version right now. And one of the little patch notes in there is that they're optimizing for AI. Or sorry, they're optimizing it not for AI, because everything's doing that. They're optimizing it for the new Blackwell architecture. Yeah. Okay, let's see here.
Oh, there it is. Oh, very nice, very nice. Go. That's it, go.
All right, the elbows, baby. Okay.
All right. There's a shiny fella. All right, just keep walking.
Jeff says, AI is such a pain in the butt. I recently changed jobs to get away from being forced to use AI. Oh, that's only going to work for so long. So unless you're doing blue collar work,
All right, calm down.
and even then, if you're doing blue collar work, you probably, AI is definitely probably still going to affect your job, though it might not be as salient as, like working in an office or whatever. But yeah.
I can break through
Oh, I missed out on 2 million hearts. Yeah. I kind of feel like a boomer with AI because I'm just like, man, I don't need. I can search for stuff on my own. I don't need like this AI summary, right? But I feel like AI is not good enough yet. I still don't trust the information that comes out of AI. I'm always like checking the sources and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, great for summaries and sources. But because like yeah, there's sometimes where like the AI will say yes, you can do this, and then I go into the source and it says the literal opposite. Like what the hell is going on? Yeah. Yo, Raichu! Welcome to the stream. How you doing, good sir? They were forcing me to use AI to write my clinical notes. I am a psychotherapist. Using AI and proofreading it after actually took more of my time than without AI at all. Oh yeah, yeah. Like AI has it adds like a lot. Like I was about to say it adds a lot of words, but what it does is it writes like complete sentences, right? And complete sentences requires a lot of words. And sometimes you don't need complete sentences for everything. So, yeah. I will never trust AI. If I learned anything from the Terminator movies, because trust the machine, Skynet is bad. Well, I mean, AI is going to get better. I don't trust AI right now because it's not good enough. It's still inaccurate. But I think you're going to get to a point where it'll be good enough to trust and that it's going to change the way like we process information. Archie says, I'm good and bad. Going through a breakup right now. Finally time to play games. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm also glad to hear that you have time to play games now. So, yeah, and I'm glad that you chose to chill here while you play your games, because I'm also playing games. And I'll tell you right now, I will not play games with your hearts. I'm not like that, okay? Right, says, haha, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright, alright, let's check here. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure AI will get there. The thing that's scary is all of the deepfakes and stuff. So, like, being able to make full videos of people that are like spoofing messages and stuff. That part is scary, which can have like a positive, like, there's a positive timeline to that, and then a negative timeline to that. And I think the negative timeline is it's like the destruction of just like the fabric and the social nature of people, right? Like that. I think that's really bad. Or one good thing, one good like timeline, I guess, is kind of finishing the dead internet theory to its completion, where essentially the internet has just become like the super duper fake place that society shifts to more real online like interactions, and they're like, oh yeah, don't trust anything you see on the internet, and like, yeah, no one trusts anything on the internet for anything. And yeah, and people move to real life interactions. But who knows? Maybe you can't do everything fake on the internet without some real, like, without going through like a lot of growing pains or whatever. But what do I know? I'm just a mysterious voice on the internet, okay? It might be possible that I'm fake. And that I'm not actually playing this game. I'm like a little ghost. Ghost in the machine. Wait. Ooh, okay, there it goes. Ooh.
It is done.
All right, here we go. Alright, just slowly but surely collecting them malignant hearts, baby.
The forge is always hot.
Bro. Oh. Alright. Oh yeah. Just slay the goatman, and that's it. I don't think I'm gonna stay for the events. It's only one grim favor, and sometimes they take like a minute, 2 minutes. Do I want to do stockades? Yeah, I'll just do stockades. I'll just do all the dungeon on every single one of these. Oh, maybe. Where's the Scorched Warden at? Rusty metal key to open up the rusty metal door. Oh no, rusted prison gates. Oh, this is called the stockades. So yeah, this is a prison. I learned that from playing World of Warcraft, okay? Where there's a dungeon in that game called the Stockades, and in World of Warcraft, it was becoming unruly because everyone was out of their cells and Stormwind needed your help getting it under control, and that's why you're doing the dungeon. So this being a stockade and having it be a prison gate, that makes 100% sense. All of these ghosts. Okay, no, I'm not done here. I went the wrong way. Which is terrible because I know the layout of this place. Right? Because it's essentially a figure eight. Right? It's like this top half and then there's this bottom circle here. Okay, one more. Oh, living steel. Don't need it. Oh, but that's okay. Let's go. Ooh, 2-star legendary axe, baby. Oh, strength and maximum life. Damn. This could have been so good. If it was only a sword. Oh well.
The forge is always hot.
Okay, which one? I'll just check here. I always check it, even though, like, I don't know if there's something about the community that I don't understand when it comes to Diablo 4, where, like, is this like a designated PvP area or something, and that's why the Seething Abomination never appears? Who knows? Certainly possible. Alright. What do we got?
I hear your voice, Master.
Okay. Snakes.
Will be tested now.
Yeah, I will say, I have been enjoying season 8 so far. Even though there's like nothing really new, there's like new unique items, but the meta builds are mostly the same. And I haven't played Barbarian in a long time, so I have been enjoying the Barbarian build. The changes that they made to the bosses though are very good, I think. Because like the target farming was like way too much. So there were some bosses that you just didn't want to farm because it's like, why would I want to do Varshan on my barbarian if none of the loot that I can get from Varshan is an upgrade for my character? So they changed that. So now it's like, on average, half of the loot will be from the target farming boss pool, and then the other set is from the general pool. And so yeah, there's a reason to farm Varshan, which is pretty sweet. Boom, baby. Yo, Tango. How's it going, good sir? How's the new season? The new season's good. It's a little short because tomorrow they're doing the PTR live stream, and it just feels like season 8 was just released. So damn, it's crazy. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying the season. I haven't played Barbarian in a while, so I've been definitely been enjoying that. Okay. Right. Yeah, the journey, I guess you could say, for season 8 is a lot slower than season 7. Some people don't like that. I personally think that is a good change for the game. And yeah, because yeah, I thought it was a little bit too close to the Diablo 3 cadence, where you literally play the game for a weekend and then you can do all the conquests and then you stop like playing the game. Alright, how many? I got 39 malignant hearts.
It is done.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to get exquisite bloods, but I keep farming them. Okay, which water? Totally fine if I'm full on keys. Alright, Vile Hive. Alright.
Show me mercy.
Yo, Sang Lee! How's it going, good sir? Yo, can I join? I got a new system. Join the clan? Cause yeah, you can join the clan, but as far as like if you wanna join me in farming Whisper Grim Favors, I'm doing some science right now. But yeah, if you want to join the clan, totally chill. He says, "How are you?" Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Just trying to farm. Just trying to farm these grim favors. Join the game. I'm a spiritborn. Oh, okay, yeah. If you're a spiritborn, then that's super cool. But yeah, no. As far as playing together, no, I'm doing some science. I'm doing some science. This is all good, man. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate your understanding. Oh, here's the bloodstone. Oh, okay. I guess I did not see the treasure room at all. Oh well. I didn't say okay. What's your world difficulty? I'm playing on Torment 4 right now. Yeah. Oh, treasure goblin. Oh, it's just a regular treasure goblin. Okay. Alright, I think we're done here. Alright. Damn, I'm on Torment 1. Oh, yeah, Torment 1 is endgame. So, yeah, you just need to find the right equipment for your build. And then you'll be in Torment 4 in no time. Okay, I'll do here. My build is pretty sick. I haven't seen anyone using it. Oh yeah, what's your build? What's your build? Because I only played Spiritborn when the expansion first came out, and I was, well, there was a couple builds because they nerfed some pretty quickly. Yeah, but at first I was Quill Feathers, and then the Evade build came out, and then I was back to Quill Feathers. When do you play with subscribers? Oh, I generally play with people if I am not doing science. So if I'm like, because generally I'm always working on a video, but I always like to include the stats in my video, right? And I like it to represent the average player experience. So that means solo play, because like group play is cool now, but like it's pretty hard to control, you know. So the so yeah, generally if I'm not collecting stats, then that's when I'm open to you playing with others. I don't know how to explain it. I would like to show you really quick if you want. I can leave right after. Well, if it's, can you join Torment 4? It's Thorns, Toxic, or Thorns Toxic and Razor Wings with Jaguar alt. Oh, okay. Now that sounds cool. I don't think so. To be honest, I would have to unlock it probably. Yeah.
It is done.
Ooh, okay. Ancestral, baby. What do we get? A 1-star mace. Oh, and 12 malignant hearts. Ah, yeah, baby.
There's that. Come back if you need.
It's okay. Maybe when I get to tier 4. Okay, yeah. Yeah, as long as I'm not like collecting data, then I can play with peeps. Yeah, and like, bro, when tomorrow there's gonna be a live stream where they're gonna talk about the next season, the new PTR, and that means it's just like that's a lot of content to get through. Yeah, I mean. Thing says RS, will we have to pay for it if it's a new character and storyline like Spiritborn? Well, hold on. So on the PTR, it's gonna be for season 9 stuff. So that content is gonna be free, aside from like the battle pass cosmetic shenanigans, right? But then the next expansion, where if there's gonna where there's gonna be a new class and storyline, then that's something that you're gonna have to pay for sure. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do it like they do World of Warcraft, where like instead of having to buy a whole bunch of expansions at once, you buy like the sort of base version, which is like everything except for the latest expansion. And oh, a gem goblin. Ah, yeah, baby. Oh, an Igni rune, baby. Yeah. Yo. Boy. Welcome to the stream. You're just doing whispers? Yep. Only whispers allowed. Because, yeah, I need the malignant hearts. Because I want to do a video where I do 100 Varshans. And I need malignant hearts to do that. Yeah. He says, I want to join for some whispers. Lol. I mean, yeah, whispers. Oh, this is like probably legit the worst content in the game. Like last season, they did like a whole whispers revamp, but the best part about it was the seasonal content that went away. Like, so the only content that stuck around was the redone Tree of Whispers base, and that was it. And then they brought in the little ravens, which okay, yeah. In terms of the long-term changes to the game, not good, not that good. Hang on, it says, yeah, I don't know what the ravens do. Oh, so the ravens are just like another place where you can turn in your grim favors. And that's it. So if you don't want to have your home base be the Tree of Whispers, but just like a capital city, if you like the like a particular capital city, then you can turn your whispers there too. Yeah. Weak. Yeah, weak indeed. Jesus. Oh. Oh, too bad. Have you gotten the new cat? The mount? The cat mount? Cause yeah, I have a cat mount. I have actually a few of them. Yeah. Yo, John Johnson, welcome to the stream. How many mythic drops you've seen so far? So not all of it is reflected in my videos yet, but I think I've seen. I want to say 7 of them. 7 mythic uniques, but I did salvage 2 of them, and I made a cache for 1 additional mythic unique, and then I also made my Ring of Starless because I found enough Olm runes for that. Yeah, and I got really lucky with the Olm runes. It was crazy. Saying says no. It's the pet with the eyes all over it. None for me. Oh yeah, I have that. I have that pet. It's kind of gross though, so I don't use it. One says decent. Haha. Yeah, it's not bad. I still have a long way to go. I have to still do the Dorio runs, and then I have not opened up a Belial Supreme chest either.
I can break that down.
Yes, how do I get it? I did the storyline, but I don't know how to get it. Oh, so if you press you are on the computer, it's you to open up the seasonal journey, the season journey, and then you have to complete these yeah, you have to complete these challenges. And then you go through all of them, and then on the champion track you can get Iris. Cheeky devil, she paws at your door with a sad little mew. So you feed her a bit of meat. Only now she knows you got it. Caught her in the larder just last week, tucking into my sausages. Yeah, so like that, like so. Yeah, you have to do all of these challenges in the season journey in order to unlock it. So doing the seasonal story by itself is not enough. Do I even want to do Lost Archives? No, I'm good on that. It says I got like 5, but I've only played a couple days. Experience still didn't get one I need though. Lamau, nice work. I didn't even complete the first chapter yet. Oh, I mean, completing the chapters is worth it because you get a spark, and also the smoldering ashes are through the seasonal journey as well. So if you don't complete the season journey, then you don't get the benefit of the bonuses, because the bonuses are pretty significant. Like for me, this right here, 80% chance boost for Bilal to spawn, opening up the Lairs boss horde. That's almost double, right? And then yeah, like faster glyph leveling. So it's definitely worth it, for sure. Yeah. That part they changed a little bit because in the past to get the smoldering ashes you had to complete the battle pass, which is just done by playing the game. But now you have to actually do the season journey. Yeah. Which I thought was a little weird because the hardest one, like, I'm surprised they didn't put all the smoldering ashes towards the beginning. Like, to get the last smoldering ash, you have to complete like some really, really hard challenges. Which at that point you're like at the optimization stage of the game.
Always back.
Right? And then smoldering ashes were matters like I guess a little bit less. Yeah.
The forge is always hot.
John says it's nice. Yes, it's very nice. I'm gonna chill here. I'm grinding right now on Diablo. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Put me on your second monitor. That's right. Yeah, put me on that second monitor, baby. Unless you're playing on a console, then I guess you don't really have a second monitor. Zach says, same. Doing Bilal right now. Aw, snap. Hell yeah. Boy. Boy. Oh, here we go. He says, I'm on PS4, but would like a carry to Torment for. Oh, dude. You know, actually, there was some other guy that was asking for a carry as well. And I told him one thing, which, if I'm being fair, I would have to tell you the same thing. Right? Because he basically said, fuck, carry me. And I said to him, and you're not going to like this. But I said, you think I'd do that for free? And then he I think he actually left the chat because he didn't say anything else.
You there? Please help.
John says carry is not worth it, IMO. I would agree. There's something to be said about earning your own way, you know? Okay, I'm not gonna do that dungeon. I'm looking for one that was like, oh, here we go. 50 minutes. John says it takes away the fun. Yeah. Yeah, if you're progressing, then that is like part of the experience. Yeah. He says, I just have to try the challenges. I haven't tried yet, but I seem pretty strong right now. Oh yeah, and like you still got a lot of upgrades. Because when you do the challenges, they give you rewards. So it's definitely worth getting into for sure. Like you get these caches and you get all sorts of stuff. John says Diablo is all about the grind. That's right. Yeah, I mean that's my whole channel. Is just showing off the grind. Greg says, I think T4 is worth it. Leveling is not that fun this season, and drop rates are dead unless you're in Torment 4. I mean, yeah, Torment 4 was really easy to get to last season and previous seasons. He said that this is aspirational content, and I guess that makes sense. Let's go in here. Yeah, the only reason why, or I guess it's the only, not reason, but exception that I'll make to say, okay, yeah, boosting is okay, is if you're already, like if you're planning on doing like end game stuff already. So if you're like, oh, let me go ahead and push the pit leaderboard, there's no point in wasting like a full day just to level, right? It's like, oh, can I get a carry? Do the 1 hour, and then start competing at the highest level pits or whatever, right? Saying us, yo, how do I get more Spectral Ash if there's no more aspirations popping up? So the other way you could get Spectral Ash is if you do the lair bosses. So if you do Grigor, Varshan, Urvar, Beast and Ice, or Lord Zir, killing them will give you more Spectral Ash. Yeah. One says, Cap, I got my first mythic on tier 2 2-3 days after grinding. All of my mythic drops are on 2 or torment 2 or 3. You know, I have not found a mythic unique at all. My first mythic unique was on torment 4. That says, Cap, I used 200 Belial husks and just got mythic. Drop rates are dead. It's just your RNG. God damn. Yeah, goddamn indeed. Because, bro, like, I haven't even done Belial yet, and I managed to get 2 mythic uniques from Lord Zir. And then I think I got a couple more mythic uniques as well, so.
It is done.
Oh! A Tribute of Ascendance! Damn, baby! Hell yeah, boy! Thing says, I don't know how to find the lair bosses. So the lair bosses, they are on the map, and you can actually teleport to them. So if you go to the map, right, and then right here, you see Malignant Burrow. So that's a lair boss, right? And then they have these little unique icons. So right here is one, and then right here is one. So look for those little icons on the map, and you'll see them all over the place. Yeah. Okay. Here. I can do those 3. Alright. Sing says, those guys are too strong. Well, you need to keep grinding. Yeah, the next thing that you should probably be focusing on is getting the correct affixes for your gear. At the same time, find greater affix gear. So make sure you get some ancestrals because they are really strong. Okay, wait. Oh, I completed that? Weird. Alright, I'll just do this infernal one then. I don't know what happened. It says the Helltide boss drops tons of keys for them, the chest as well. And the lair bosses drop only unique still. Very worth it. IMO. Yeah, 100%. And they have a higher chance of dropping mythic uniques too, so you definitely want to do them for them chance at them Professor Plums. Okay, yo, and Professor Plum is a clue reference to purple. And I am all about them Professor Plums. My sorcerer is a full unique build just for fun. Damn. And yeah, that's where I got all my uniques. Yup. So saying, looks like you got a little bit of ways to go. Oh, I didn't grab these 2 little animus thingies right here. Alright. I guess that's where we go. Sean says Andario and another one have a slightly higher chance at mythic drops as well. And those keys are easily farmed in the Helltide. Yup. That says Andario, Duriel, and Harbinger. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, even though I keep calling the Harbinger or the Harbinger the Mephisto dog, but I don't know if it's just better to call him the Harbinger. It says I call him Doggy. Yeah, he is a doggy. It says I have 5 unique items, but 2 are ancestral unique. Oh yeah, so you're already getting the mythic or the level 800 items. It says the easiest of all the bosses. Really, you think Mephisto's the easiest one? I mean, I haven't done that boss yet. Yeah, like I have a lot of stuff to
Well done.
get through, but you know, it's all good.
It is done.
Ooh, gold. I'm a very poor man.
Different this one.
Thing says I'm about to try the Malignant Heart dungeons. I have 14, so I'm gonna try. Oh yeah, and one of the cool things is that you actually don't have to spend your materials before you try and kill the boss. So you can summon the boss for free, and if you can't kill it, then you still keep your materials. So no waste there. So it says there are 400 Harbinger and 500 Andariel mats on me. Bro. Yeah, I mean, that'll happen if you're only focusing on Duriel and Belial. But you know, for me, I have to do it for the content. So I do all of them. I'm doing all of them. John says, make sure you're in a party. Zach says, I know, but these are a pain in the ass. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know about Harbinger or the Mephisto dog. I mean, John says it's the easiest. So. John says, if you're in a party, you have a higher chance to drop mythics. Yeah, because they changed it, or rather, you get extra items out of the chests if you are in a group. So if you can join a group, you can use the party finder for that, the in-game party finder, and yeah, and even if you're not strong enough, like other people can carry you, no problem. Yeah. Oh, treasure goblin. Oh, it's just a regular treasure goblin. Okay. Next says, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Andariel and Harbinger are hard. I'm not even doing them. Oh yeah, I know that's what you said. But John is saying that the Mephisto dog is the easiest out of all of them, unless I misunderstood what he was saying. That's what I thought he was saying. I can do that. Okay. The dog is the easiest one. I am. Oh yes. I mean, that is a very interesting take. Very interesting indeed. Easy sidestepping, shoot everything with light balls, GG. Well, the main issue is that you have to do the mechanics. And if you don't want to deal with mechanics, then that makes it very hard. Just try doggy one time and tell us your opinions. Oh, no. So it doesn't work like that. At least not for me when I say if boss is easy or hard. Because, yeah, I have done 100 Harbinger runs when it was on the PTR. But it was like bugs. And I was like, oh. So it was the hardest on the PTR because of the bugginess. Like, I spent way more time than I felt like I had to for that boss. I have done it once on the live servers, but that was when I was weaker. Oh, I'm finding goblins left and right, bro. Next says, the main issue is not everyone's playing Sorcerer. Yeah, I mean Sorcerer is super strong. But I'm not playing Sorcerer. Yeah. Wait. What? Why is it pinging here? Oh. Grotesque Deader, baby! Yeah, I wish they would, like, make that go faster. This thing says it's up to Pho? What do you mean it's up to me? What do you mean? Hmm? Ah, yeah. No, I'm glad that we can help each other out. Most excellent. Yo, Zag, John. Thanks for helping out, Sang. That's what it's all about.
Mortal souls, right.
Okay. I'm doing this dungeon here. No problem. I asked John, what's your pit personal record? Aw, damn. Oh, John says, I haven't really pushed pit. Just did glyphs to 46. Aw, snap. That means that he has a lot of power left to gain. Boom, baby. John says, I played at launch when the pit wasn't there yet. Season 8, I play again. Oh. Oh, so you took a break. Sweet. Oh, yeah, big break. Oh, yeah. And honestly, that's like totally chill, right? You come back and you see all these different changes that they made to the game. Big changes. Big changes. It says I took a break as well. I had to get a new system. Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm glad that you're able to enjoy the game now. Super sweet.
Ready for whatever you need.
It says, bro, I was like, I'll wait a while. Just like D3, it took them time to yeah, it took time for them to make it better. Yeah, and I will say, like, Diablo 4 has been consistently been going in the right direction for a long time. Every patch leaves the game a little bit better, right? There hasn't really been a patch where it left the game in a worse state. And honestly, that's all I can really ask for.
The forge is always hot.
You know? That is all I can really ask for. I'd be concerned if they would put in changes to the game and it made it worse than before. So yeah, I mean, like, it's not all positive news, I guess you could say. There have been some decisions where, or like some of the statements that they've made, I'm just like, I'm not 100% sure about this. Like, one of the things that they talked about was forcing group play with the Citadel, right? And like, they're seeing the reception and they're looking at the numbers, and then they continue to say, yeah, we're gonna like double down on some of that stuff, including the group play piece. And like, this is the director of the game talking. And I'm just like, no, what are you doing? Why? So, yeah. Oh, yo, okay, this Doombringer here. You spent 3k souls to get the stars. And I was looking for all to max life. Damn. Yeah, that's a lot of life. Wow. Oh. You can always try one more time. And says, I'll do pit really quick with you first so we can do it on a higher torment. Oh yeah, he's carrying you! Oh yeah, getting that real... that real loot! Because on higher torment, you get more loot. and it's for the same amount of materials. He says, no self-promotion, but my username is YT Mungdal. Wait, hold on. Is that like your YouTube name? Or your YouTube channel? I don't understand what's happening. No, I changed my YouTube channel name, but that's my in-game name. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm used to just everyone just being on Battle.net, so they have like the Battle.net name and all of that. So alright, I'm gonna get my son a bottle real quick. Oh yeah. Take care of your son.
It is done.
Ooh.
Fit for a king.
Ancestral boots. Just 1-star boots. Okay. The audacity. All right. All right, let's go. He says, so when I'm in Tournament 4, should I play in that difficulty or will I have to rank up to use that gear? Oh no, so anything that drops in Tournament 4 you can use right away. But whether or not you should play on Tournament 4, it depends on your power level. Obviously, if you're on Tournament 4 and you're constantly dying and you're not killing anything, then don't stay in Tournament 4. Do the content that's appropriate to you. And then obviously you'll get stronger and stronger over time. And then you'll eventually be able to do Tournament 4. That is what I recommend. Yeah. Yeah, John's right. It's basically the same thing. If you struggle on 1, then you won't survive on 4. There's a huge gap that you have to cover. But yeah, if you keep playing, you'll definitely get there, 100%. Someone says I'm not struggling at all right now, to be honest. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you'll see the difference, and you can always try it yourself. There's nothing better than trying something for yourself and gathering and assimilating that information. Yeah, I'm just not hitting big numbers like you're hitting up to 5 million. Yeah, you gotta get these numbers because the mobs themselves they do have a lot of hit points. Yo, Lord Hudson, welcome to the stream. How you doing, good sir? Lord Hudson says D2. Sorry, D4 is all about resists and manage. That's the fun. Well, no, there's items to be excited about, except for the long tail chase. It's not getting like the enigmas and stuff, but rather the 4-star items. Yeah. So man, I see you're killing it with the barb. Love it. Yeah. My barb is pretty strong. So now I'm in the grind stage where I have to farm whispers to get the malignant hearts to do Varshan. Yeah. You know, it's a hard world, but you know, it must be done. Okay, so let's see here. Nope. Yeah, I don't know if this is like a super active area or what. Oh, I can do this guy really quick. Oh, Lord Hudson asks, when are you planning the boss killing? Um, I was planning on like doing it in order, in a particular order, but yeah, I've done some already. I just need to farm the materials. So yeah. No. Duriel. The 3 phases. Why? Oh. All right. There it is. Why can't I leave? Yeah, so I've already released a couple of videos where I done 100 Lord Zero kills and I've done 100 Grigor kills. I'm working on the video for Beast and Ice right now, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and I wasn't planning on doing the Tribute of the Titans, but I was like, oh man, I don't want to do like Whispers the whole time, right? So yeah, I did 100 tributes really fast, and that was cool. I enjoyed that. I didn't expect it to skew so far or so much into the Judicator's masks. He says, I love my build, but I ain't doing shit. Damn. Yeah, you gotta pump up those numbers.
Could you spare a moment to help me?
Yeah, and it's crazy because tomorrow they're going to be doing a live stream for the season 9 PTR. Season 8 is going to be a shorter season than usual. So I was like, oh, well, this is the boss season, so I want to do a video on all the bosses. But it's taking a while, you know. I almost didn't stream today because I was like, I really need to work on this video. But you know. Lord Hutz says, I heard they leached our runes also. Is that on your weapons or how did they implement that? Yeah, so they have rune words, except they're nothing like Diablo 2 rune words. So you have a generator rune and a activation rune, and that's like you just combine them together. So yeah, so every time I cast a non-basic skill, I reduce the cooldown of my skills by 1 second. And then for the other one, it's every time I cast the skill with a cooldown, then I make an earthquake. Yeah. So, yeah, rune words, they definitely could make them improved. I think the reception to rune words wasn't that great, so it's probably on the list. If not, then they're actively working on it right now. Things to revamp. Yeah, if they listen to me, I can tell you exactly what makes a rune word, okay? Because like I've heard a lot of other people talk about rune words, and I'm just like, no, that's not a rune word. All right, because there's bad things about rune words in Diablo 2. Where like I don't like the fact that they're essentially unique items with extra steps. I really don't like that part. So yeah, when they introduced rune words in the live stream, they did say like they got feedback from the community, and like the big pieces that they really emphasized was it's really cool to have skills from other classes. They really like the fact that, you know, every rune that you get is always progress towards higher and higher runes. They and all of that stuff, and I'm like, what? And so they implemented that, right? Like, yeah, every rune that you get is progress technically, and then like you can invoke skills from other classes, but that's not what rune words are. What are they doing? Right? Yeah. So rune words are just one thing to me, okay? The whole like finding a 4-socket armor to make a Chains of Honor and you have to find exactly 4-socket armor to do it. That's not what makes a rune word important. Okay, so the whole like uniques with extra steps, I think they should move away from that from Diablo 4, because that was a really, really bad thing in Diablo 2. What they should do with rune words is only one aspect in it, and that's and when you complete the quest in the game where you save the barbarians in Diablo 2, the quest text from when you complete the quest, he says one line, and that's it. And it's all, make sure you put the runes in for in the correct order for maximum effect. Okay? And it's just that last part of that sentence is what makes a rune word a rune word. The word maximum effect. Okay? So if you have Ral or Tal, right, you get all the benefits of that rune plus additional stats. Right? And those additional stats is what makes a rune word a rune word. So yeah, that's what they ultimately should be doing here, where you have, right, the 2 sockets, which are great, right, and then you put the 2 runes in. But if you choose the 2 right runes, then you make a rune word where you get extra stats. So the whole generator activator thing, they can totally keep if they really want that, right? But then if they use an unconventional combination and you put them together, then you get extra abilities or extra stuff or extra something. Have the maximum effect, bro. That's when you have rune words back in action. But they didn't do that. They got all the shitty parts of what people think rune words are about. The always progress part is okay at best, I guess. Right? Invoking skills from other classes, okay, but not the essence of a rune word. They need the extra effects, and that's it. Yeah, so that's why it doesn't hit hard. So if they're doing a revamp of rune words, then I'd be happy if they just, all they need to do is just do that extra effect. That's it. This is thank you for that speech. That blows though. Yeah, I mean I did make a video on rune words, right? A little bit, but yeah, I don't know if that feedback is making it back to Blizzard. But yeah, and like they could take like 2 shitty runes that like don't really go well together, and then they can make it like the movement speed. Like if they make the equivalent of stealth or whatever, where it's like a low level rune word where you just solve your movement speed, like that'd be sick.
It is done.
Whoa! Damn. Not too bad. It's something I don't need. You understand it though. Love it. Yeah, I think I do. I mean, I don't know what content creators they were talking to about Diablo 2, but yeah, no, they did not give them a good direction. Okay. Now there are some like issues that you have to think about, because yeah, if you have rune words, if you're putting rune words on top of like full uniques, which under my idea would be possible, that could result in power creep. But you know, that's that's totally fine by me. Okay. Like if you have like the sickest runes and made that power creep, like or make yourself powerful, then like I think that's just part of the design, part of the fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, like if they just had like, oh, you know, here's a set of 20 rune words where you just use these 2 runes and then you get the extra effect. That I think that would have gone over a lot better. And then they could have kept the generator and spender part, like that part is fine. I know I think they're doing the generator and the spender part just to kind of keep the power level in check. But yeah. Like, and even if it was like 1 extra stat or whatever, like, oh, this one gives 10% attack speed or something like that, like I thought that would have been totally fine too. Yeah, because like I mean, I thought rune words were cool when Lord of Destruction first came out, right? And this was not. It was not rune words that we all know today, right? Like there was not. He was not like it was not anything special. Like steel was cool for leveling, but that's it. And no one really cared about rune words at all until they introduced them in 1.10, where they added the Enigma and all of that, and then rune words just took over. I think uniques have a big place to kind of show their lore and history. So yeah, they shouldn't be replaced by just like these nameless rune words, or not nameless, but like just these random rune words where you just think of them but just by one name. Yeah, but good friend since launch hated rune words. He's a unique guy. You're talking about Diablo 2? Because yeah, like Diablo 2 has some really cool ass things. Like the grandfather has so much lore into it. This thing says, yo, thanks so much. Oh yeah, dude, I'm glad you got the help. Lord says, yep, it was sad when they took over, but I do enjoy it. Oh yeah, like no, uniques have a really cool place, right? Like grandfather's in the game, and it's like a really rare item when you see the Colossus blade, and then in that unique color, like bro, that's such a cool drop, except it's useless. Okay, it's useless. How can something be so cool but so useless, right? And every single grandfather in the game, in all the Diablos, has had one attribute on it, and it was indestructible, right? Like the concept of a weapon being so old and so legendary that it has the name grandfather, and the reason why it's only stuck around is because it's indestructible. Like that lore is just cool to think about. It's just so good to think about. Right? But now you just have this random ass rune word called Breath of the Dying. Like, okay. And the coolest thing about it is that it uses Poison Nova. Like, it gives you a Poison Nova that is a necromancer skill, and that's it. Like, it's not as cool as the grandfather. So yeah. So yeah, rune words in Diablo 2 being unique items with extra steps, they should not be introducing that into Diablo 4. Right? Because I like being able to wear a shackle. I like, you know, seeing Tyrell's mites in the game. I like all of that. But yeah, to have a shackle and then have an enigma on top of it, bro, like that's the dream. And that's totally possible if they say, oh yeah, like these two runes put together make this rune word, and here's the extra effect that you get. And so like, and then they have space for like really cool runes where you can say, okay, I don't got an extra effect, but the effect on this regular rune is so strong that you can't ignore it. It's like, Breath of the Dying is epic. Oh my god, I love that you said that. You're D2 at heart. No, like, okay. There's a lot of people that say that they've played Diablo 2, right? And they love Diablo 2. But when I hear them speak, they only know 1.10. Right? And like, so there's a whole bunch of really cool items that don't exist today. Or like in the meta, right? Because I remember talking about like the 0.08 vamp gaze. That shit was really cool. Okay, and then they changed it in 0.09, and then it just went away in 0.10. Right, the shaft stop was. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I was just lagging. Okay. Right, the shaft stop was a really cool item that no one really cares about anymore. Right, like these items were just replaced by rune words, and that's just super sad. What's happening? Okay, I thought that was gonna happen eventually. What's going on? No. Lord Hudson says, "Good God, you must be my age, because you know all the good uniques." Oh yeah, bro. I played like, yeah, I played Diablo for a long. Like I played Diablo online before Lord of Destruction. Okay? So like people don't even know what it's like to play regular Diablo before Lord of Destruction. So like all the stuff that people remember about Diablo 2 is just like this was introduced in Lord of Destruction. Like you don't even, like you take this shit for granted. I'm talking the runes and rune words were Lord of Destruction. Ethereal items, Lord of Destruction. Jewels, Lord of Destruction. Right? Like and all the uniques that you think about. All like the elite tier class of items, Lord of Destruction. Shackle, Lord of Destruction. Right? Like it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. Sang says, should I wear all unique items and weapons until I get mythics? No, you should follow a build that's coherent. Just wearing all unique items because they're unique is not really a good thing. You want something that's cohesive. Yeah. Well, says, I'm proud of you though. You never mentioned if that shaman is dead or not. No, the shaman is alive. I just got bored of playing hardcore. And then I went on vacation. And so I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna renew my World of Warcraft subscription. So yeah, the shaman is like I think level 42 or 43, but it is alive. Yeah. Thanks for gabbing D2. Keep up the good fight, brother. All right. Sounds like you're gonna log off. Thanks for chilling. I'll catch you later. Yeah, I got some farming to do. All right. Like says, nah, just search for the Quill Volley build. Oh yeah, the Quill Volley build. I think is good. As I said, fam, it's the best Spiritborn build this season. Bro. Yeah, I haven't played Spiritborn since the release of the expansion, so I don't know anything about Spiritborn since the nerfs. Can't give good information. But Spiritborn is up there. I know it's using like a special mechanic if you really want to push a pit, but yeah, I can't really elaborate further than that. Like says it's dead right now, sadly. No, I mean, what is it? I think there's. If you look at the pit leaderboard, I don't think it's dead last, or if it's last, it's only last by like one pit level or something. Is that right? Worst class in season 8? Huh. Okay, well, let's see here. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Okay. So the leaderboard keeps changing, right? Obviously, because people are like running bigger and bigger ones. Spiritborn, I thought it was at tier 110, but the Hellties.com says that it's tier 107. So yeah, that is pretty bad. Yo, Psycho, welcome to the stream. Hey, bro, what build is this? This is the Whirlwind Pet Quake build. If you're interested, then that's what you Google. Yeah, it's really strong. Very much recommend. Yep. Spiritborn is the worst class in Season 8. I thought the balance was a little bit better, but I guess people can fake their video or whatever, I guess. I don't really know what the dealio is with that. Uh, oh, I'll clear this little corner here. Well, this legendary is probably not anything, and it isn't. Next says, I'm a Spiritborn main. It was playable with a bug about boss power. They tried to make it stronger with buffs last patch, but they fixed the boss power bug anyways. Oh, interesting. Okay. Like it says, I'm rocking the same build, but with Ground Stomp instead of Rupture. I am only Paragon 180 at the moment. Quick question. Do you have Fury problems on world bosses? Because I'm struggling with cooldowns. Oh, yeah, for whatever reason. So the way I try to manage my Fury is through this glyph right here, where it says critical hits skills that critically strike generate 3 Fury. But for whatever reason, it doesn't work on the world boss. So I would be critting the whole time and I'd generate like no Fury. So I'm losing like a huge multiplier on my damage on the world boss because whirlwinding him and critting on him does nothing for my Fury generation. So yeah, if you want to do top damage on the world boss, then you're gonna need to figure out a different way to fix that Fury problem. Yeah, so that's I don't know if that's intentional or a bug, but that's what happens. You know. As far as struggling with the cooldowns though, I mean I don't really notice. I guess I noticed more the whole like I can't generate Fury by hitting him than not having the thing, because I mean I'm not doing optimal damage anyway, so like what's the point, you know? It says but buff sadly didn't make him as strong as the bug version. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, so that actually makes sense why the leaderboard changed, because I guess the leaderboard was counting the runs with the bugged build with the boss power, but I guess when they fixed that bug, they decided that the run should be removed, and that's probably why it went from 110 to 107, and that makes sense. Yeah. Like it says, yeah, Fury I struggle hard with cooldowns. I only need to wait 3 to 5 seconds and I'm back at it again. Yeah, so the things that make me help with the cooldowns a lot, it's a combination of having Ariet's battering with the greater affix on the ancient's cooldown reduction. That helps a lot. And then that combined with the Rage of Haragath to say, oh, inflicting bleeding damage on an enemy reduces your skills. Plus, decent Fists of Fate. These two combined make it so that the cooldowns are reset quite often. So, yeah, I have my cooldown to 9.5 seconds. As far as like the cooldown duration, and then because that's the maximum you can lower it down to, and then with the Rage of Haragath combined with the Fist of Fate, I don't have any problems with resetting my cooldowns for anything. Wow. Wow. Oh, I would have been pissed if they reset that. If I got after solving the puzzle, like, bro. Next says, yep, that's right. 107 to 110 is big. Cap, by the way, I'm a normal player and I can do pit 104. We can calculate like that. I see. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't normally push the pit. So, like, normally when I make all the videos that I want to make, which are generally just farming videos, and that's when I'm usually done with the season. So I don't really try to do the pit all that much. Yeah, I do play other games and stuff though, so that's like, yeah, like between season 7 and season 8. Like season 7 was super short for me. I just did the quick boss fights, the 100 runs, and then I stopped. And then I started playing World of Warcraft. Like it says, you helped a lot, bro. Thank you. Still need to find a GA Fist of Fate and Haragath. Thanks. Appreciate it. Have a good night or wherever you may be. All right, good sir. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Bro. Yo. What? Okay, no, what am I doing? That's the question. Yeah. I do like I guess the power level that everyone's at right now, where like the leaderboard is like the top build is chilling at like 100 pit 121. Not being able to reach pits 150, I think is very, very, very good for the game. Or if there are builds that will hit 150, it should be like a top 100 sort of player, right? Like no more than 100 players should be able to hit pit 150. I think that is the limit. But like, yeah, if people can't reach 150, I think that's really good too. Michael asks, what world are you in right now? This is World Tier 4. Yeah. So I'm farming Grim Favors on World Tier 4. Okay, I'll just do this dungeon. Next says, pits are really hard right now. It's impossible to do pit 150 this season unless they release a patch to fix that. Oh yeah, I'm saying like that difficulty is good for the game. They should not release a patch to quote unquote fix it. I think if they release a patch to allow people to hit 150, that would be breaking the game instead of fixing the game. Yeah, that's what I personally think. That says, lol, that's right. Yeah, yeah. For sure. Okay, here we go. Alright, come on. Just need to reach the end. Alright, here we go. One more statue. And here it is. Boom. That says, D4 needs pit items. Torment 5 difficulty. I guess to make the game more playable and fun. Set items, I mean... I don't think so. I think Torment 4 is totally fine. I don't want Diablo 4 to go the way of Diablo 3, where you're just going and it's just increasing the numbers and increasing the numbers, and that's all they do. Like, the philosophy of no nerfs is absolute trash. Yeah. And Zach says, set items means raid bosses? Oh, absolutely not. No. Raid bosses? Where you have to group up? No, that sounds so horrible. Yo, Sid! Welcome to the stream. Somehow, I've stopped seeing damage values on the screen for me. Any setting that I'm missing? Yeah, probably. There is a setting that allows you to hide numbers, except for certain ones. So you want to check that out first. Like, so you can. There's a setting that lets you see only like critical strikes, or overpowers, or legendary hits. So you probably are not hitting or like are not critting or anything, and so you're not seeing the numbers. You should definitely check that out. Sang Lee says, yo, what's going on, my dude? Yeah, no, so there's two issues that I have with your suggestion, Zag. Unfortunately, I disagree. One is the idea of set items.
It is done.
I think that set items are too much work for what it's worth. Okay, Blizzard should definitely not implement set items, because here's one of two outcomes. Okay, one is that set items are way too strong and they effectively just replace unique items and legendary items, so like you don't use set items anymore. Or two, they're way too weak. And if they're way too weak, well, then no one will use them, and then they'll just complain about, like, why'd you put set items in the game? They're, like, too weak. So that's kind of issue number 1 that I have with the items. Set items should only appear at Tournament 5. Tournament 5 should have to be totally another gameplay. Okay, yeah, so here's kind of like what I need you to consider, right? Is like, what is Diablo 4? Right? And how does it differentiate from other types of RPGs? Okay? What we don't want is an MMORPG. So that is like my line is, okay, I want an ARPG, not an MMORPG. And MMORPG, I know it stands for Massive Multiplayer Online, but like there's a lot of stuff that's in that MMO kind of tag now, right? And so that's kind of like where how I think about Diablo 4. Alright, thanks, bud. I'm fairly new to the game. Making a Lightning Sphere Sorceress. Oh, that's an excellent choice. The strongest build in the game. Right? Zach says, oh, that kills all of my arguments. Oh, yeah. So, essentially, the line that I draw when it like, so, you know, Diablo 4 having like the overworld and stuff kind of draws from MMOs, which I think is fine, but there should definitely be a line that's drawn. And that line for me is like daily or weekly reset content. So if you have to like log in once a week to do a raid, like that's too much. Or if you log in to do a dungeon once a day for your dailies, that's way too much. Don't do that, okay? Anything that requires a raid reset or an instance reset or whatever, where you limit to doing it once a day, yeah, no, that's way too close to the MMO world to me than an ARPG. So like what I truly want out of a Diablo game, is I want to be able to log into the game and then decide what I want to do for the day and just be able to do it. So it's like, okay, I want to farm Whispers today. I want to farm Helltides. I want to farm this. I want to farm that. And just let me do it as much as I want, because that's the grind for me. I play this game to grind, so let me grind. All right? But if I have a raid, I can't grind. I have to wait for the reset in order to do the dungeon. And that is not what should be introduced in Diablo, okay? No, don't do it. Don't do it. That's not Diablo. I want to farm and find items. That's it, okay? That's how I think of it. That's how I 100% think of it. Okay, now if you find issues with my thought process, please let me know. And we just may simply disagree on what Diablo as a game should be. That's totally fine. But yeah, I just want to make sure that those arguments are out there. Okay, because I can tell you, like, I've heard, like, what is it, Llama SC at the very beginning when Diablo 4 was released, he was really hating on the game because he was talking about, like, oh my god, like the items, the dungeons, blah blah blah. I mean, it's an okay game for what it is, but it's not an ARPG. Like, he would have to change the definition of ARPG in his mind for him to be okay with the way Diablo's designed or whatever. And I'm just like, no, I think you just want Diablo 2. Yeah. And so I feel sorry for him, to be honest, because, bro, what he did, or like the perfect game for him, has already come out. And that's Diablo 2 Resurrected. Okay? There's no other game that is gonna satisfy him more than Diablo 2 Resurrected. because he doesn't want any other game. Right now, like I don't watch a lot of llama content, especially since D4 has been released. But as far as like the items and all that stuff, like for an ARPG to define like what kind of items to drop and what kind of dungeon design there should be, that's like you can say that like the dungeon design is trash. Like that's a fine argument, but to say the dungeon design or the items don't fit into your definition of what an ARPG is, then I think that's a little bit too narrow. Just say the design's bad, and that's it. That's totally fine to me. That says, no, you're totally right. But after a point, it's just a loop. Kill bosses, sell items, buy husk. Kill bosses. How many people are doing dungeons in open world? Just like you? None? Oh, yeah, I mean, like, I am a special case because I'm doing this for the science and everything. But, yeah, I think that there's definitely some improvements that need to be made to the game. For sure. I mean, at this point, though, I think Diablo 4 is just as good as it is in Diablo 3, right? Where you just do the, what is it? The rifts and the greater rifts, and that's it. Yeah, I know. I'm watching your videos. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. So if there's one thing that Diablo 4 needs to change or improve, it is the pacing of the rewards and the items. That is the only thing that they should be changing. So like, if I had the choice, right, when introducing mercenaries into the game, I would say, okay, like, if I was like the director, I would basically say the whole direction of the game needs to focus around improving the items. And yes, season 4 was a huge leap forward into the items, and they introduced like a lot of good things. But the main issue that I see is that the economy, it's getting better, but it's nowhere near what it needs to be, right? Because people, they don't find like value in the items, and that needs to change. And says, you know what I want? More damn Paragon levels, not a 300 cap XD. No, I 100% disagree with that. Infinite grinding. No, you don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. I think the 300 Paragon cap is good enough. Yeah. So yeah, if anything needs to change for Diablo 4, it's the rewards and the items. So like, yeah, the direction is every single choice that we make for this game needs to improve the items in some way. So when they put in the mercenaries, they had a choice between being able to equip your mercenaries or coming up with the skill tree for the mercenaries. And coming up with the skill tree was definitely the incorrect choice, in my opinion, because it doesn't do anything to help with the items. But if you're able to equip your mercenaries, well, now you're introducing another vector in which you can make items interesting, right? So like, for example, there could be an interaction with a mercenary where like they would freeze the enemies all over the place, but the only way they could do that is if they used like a really good pair of frostburn gloves. And like this this combination is just like really, really good that it becomes the meta. In that sense, well, now Frostburns are an interesting item because now you can equip it to your mercenary. But right now, Frostburns, nobody gives a shit because they suck. But they can be good on the mercenary, right? So that's kind of what I mean when I say, okay, like they need to make items more interesting, because essentially the whole point of the season reset is, well, it's kind of turned into two purposes, right? One person that's, or sorry, one reason for the season reset is what Diablo 4's the Blizzard team is doing right now, which is to experiment with like mechanics and stuff, which is really good. But the other reason, which is the whole original reason why Diablo 2 introduced seasons in the first place, was an economy reset. Right? Oh, everyone's starting out the same way, right? So everyone has crap gear, and trading items is going to be interesting, and the values are going to change, and all of that stuff. That doesn't really happen right now in Diablo 4 because the economy is not as strong as it needs to be in order for the reset to happen, you know? Generic, how's it going? They had that interaction in D3 as well with several ring effects. Yeah, so like some rings were very, very interesting versus, because like you could use them for your mercenary instead of your character. Yeah. They're holding it back on purpose. If they release it all at once, people will lose the desire to play. I don't think that's true. I mean, honestly, it's a miracle that Diablo 4 was even released in the state that it was in the first place. Like, Diablo 4 was not 100% bad, despite what a lot of people will tell you. Right? Like, there was a lot of good things that were in Diablo 4. It's just, you know, like people were saying, oh yeah, like you can see that they're trying their best and you can see the effort. It's just they don't know how to make a game anymore, right? Versus the game is just like total dog shit. It's not. And the reason why I say it's a miracle is because Blizzard was going through a lawsuit, a lot of leadership changes, a lot of direction changes for the game and stuff like that. Like, bro, I'm glad that we got Diablo 4 and that each season the game is improving over and over and over. Even if they're like micro improvements, they're still improvements at the end of the day. And if they keep building on it and keep going in the right direction, like this game is going to be really, really good. But yeah, so the kind of issue, so like the reason why I think Diablo needs to focus on items, so that way, you know, when they do a season reset, it's also an economy reset, is that way, like, people come in my chat sometimes and ask, is this season worth playing? And that is a really, really bad question for mainly one reason, and it's because the only reason for a season reset is to check out the changes and stuff like that, right? But in Diablo 2, if there's a season reset, I don't even need to know if there's changes or not. Why? Because the items are so good that I look forward to the economy reset. So if I hear Diablo 2 season reset, I know exactly what I'm getting. And that is enough for people to be excited about a season reset in Diablo 2 because of the economy. That's what Diablo 4 needs, 100%. If people say, oh, Diablo 4 reset or a season reset, and they don't even need to know the changes, they just know, oh man, like I can get into the economy, go through the trading and build some wealth, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, that's what they need to work on. And that's why I say, like, if I'm the director, I would say every decision that we need to make needs to improve the items and improve the rate of rewards. Bro, like, yeah. But like, you know, them choosing to introduce mercenaries for the talent tree, like, okay, I don't think they're there. They're slowly getting there, and I still trust them because every season has been sort of in the right direction, generally speaking. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's not bad, yes, and that's why I'm playing. But the mercenary thing you said, they're gonna release that. They're just gonna add them later. Yeah.
It is done.
Okay, here we go. They can do micro upgrades, but if PoE 2 can't deliver solid gameplay, Diablo 4 is doomed. No, I think PoE 2.
I can break that down.
I think it's still too niche, to be honest. Yeah, I think there's still too much of a barrier of entry when it comes to PoE 2. Because, like, one of the things that needs to happen is that it needs to be accessible. And that's what Diablo 4 is. You it's not accessible at all. And because, like, a lot of the mechanics are very, very complex, which is good for the people that are experienced, but by nature, right? And I guess this is the direction of every single game, where, like, you introduce a game and it's like, you don't have a player base, so you make it really accessible and make sure that things are really, really easy to understand. And then as time goes on and people get better at the game, then you introduce more and more complex concepts, right? In which, by nature of being complex, you're shrinking kind of like the pool of people that would be interested in those kind of mechanics, right? And then as people learn more of that, then the desire naturally becomes, you want to introduce even more complex mechanics, more deep mechanics, and that just shrinks the player base further and further and further until, your game is so complex that you turn it into PoE 1. Where, like, you could have a PhD in brain surgery or rocket surgery, but still feel stupid playing PoE 1, John says, I tried it, but only Diablo keeps sucking me in over the years. Yeah. Blizzard, I think, their constant sort of consciousness of the new player experience is what makes Diablo 4 like really, really good to keep, like, the player base open, and the holy, like, the best parts of game systems is where you can make a game system that's super deep but not that complex, right? Essentially easy to learn but hard to master. And yeah, PoE is not it. Lex says it's on early access, but it still gets people from Diablo 4. Sure. I mean, I guess you could say Diablo 4 is a gateway game, but there's a beauty to the simplicity of it, 100%. Yeah. John says it's also so smooth and graphically appealing. Yeah. I mean, Blizzard being their studio, like, they have the mechanical pieces of the game down. It's super smooth. It feels good to press every button. Yeah. what do we got? What do we got? Alright. Ground favors. John says, PoE feels so clunky. Yeah, like one of the things that really had me on a learning curve in Path of Exile 2 was the controls. Yeah, like the whole like cast while moving thing took like I think like a long time for me to really like get used to, and then it wasn't until like 9 hours in where I felt like mostly comfortable with the controls. Like, yeah, for some reason the controls in that game it's just really hard to get used to. I mean, I did eventually get used to it, but like an 8-hour minimum commitment just to get mostly comfortable with the controls, that's a lot to ask for, you know, an old full-time working man like me. Yeah, I mean, all right, guys, this is gonna be my last Whisper turn-in, and then I'm gonna call it a stream. How old are you? I'm in my mid-30s. My mid-30s.
It is done.
And I'm like on the older half of mid-30s, okay?
Feast, lamb, feast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm an old man. Okay. Alright. Alright, that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna call it a stream. Thanks for chilling. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.